Portsmouth City Council will shorten the amount of time the public can speak at the meetings, and a lot of people don't like it.
Now, instead of 5 minutes, people get 3. Heading your side's Brandi Cummings is here to tell us the problem is that no one knew the vote was coming.
That's right. Many of the folks who we spoke to, residents, and all of those talking about this recent decision on social media say they think this latest move by council members may show the elected officials in Portsmouth don't want to hear the input from the citizens.
It was an added agenda item that only took about 9 minutes to handle from beginning to end.
We have 2 motions that we talked about in the earlier meeting. First one is a resolution amending Section 17A of the Portsmouth City Council Rules of Order and Procedure to limit the time of business item speaker and/or a non-agenda item speaker has to speak to a maximum of 3 minutes.
He wouldn't talk to me on camera, but Councilman Whitaker told me on the phone the change was discussed in an open work session prior to the council meeting. 3 residents voiced opposition in Tuesday's meeting.
What's the rationale for this?
At one point, it seems Mayor Kenny Wright even took one man's complaint as a joke.
If we are not allowed to speak for 3 minutes, I suggest why don't we just take the whole thing off of TV, the city council meeting, everybody off. Just shut the TV down. Look, we're paying for this.
So moved. Oh, go ahead.
Vice Mayor Simmons spoke in support of the move, and it was a unanimous vote of approval. But residents like 25-year-old Tina Artis disapprove.
Why are they cutting the time? You know, if anybody should have time cut, it should be them.
The Political Action Committee, People for Portsmouth, took to social media voicing opposition.
I think it's telling citizens, I really don't want your input. And that's what is so disastrous.
Group founding member Pat Coppell says she's not upset at the change itself. Instead, how it was done so suddenly and without prior input. So the group plans to help get new city leaders elected next year.
Our goal is to elect school board members, city council members, a member and possibly Commonwealth attorney who are focused on the long-term goals of Portsmouth.
Aside from Dr. Whitaker, the only Portsmouth council member that returned my calls today was Mayor Wright. When I asked for an interview, he said no, this is not something he wants to talk about. I started to ask questions about why this change. To that, he said goodbye and hung up. I'm Brandi Cummings, 10 on your side.
So, what about other Hampton Roads cities? We found Chesapeake and Suffolk allow a 5-minute window for speakers not on the agenda. All others give 3. Also, Portsmouth is the only city that allows public comments at the beginning of its meeting. The other cities set aside time at the end of the meeting.